if you want to sew with a double needle, just add the vertical spool pin. Set your machine first for a straight stitch because we're going to want to test that out before we start playing with any other decorative stitches. And just thread your second thread right on top of your first thread. We're going to unthread the needle, of course. Switch this out. Now, double needles come in all different sizes. Like this one here is 2.5. That's 2.5 millimeters wide. So double needles can be used for creating that hem that you see on knit fabrics. You can actually get stretch double needles so it has the proper point. You can use this decoratively too. So even though you don't have a ton of stitches on this machine, you would find that by threading up with the two threads, these stitches can look totally different. Now, a little caution here. You are in charge of threading your own needles because this needle threader will be for center for one needle, not needles off to the right and to the left. So just take your time or get one of the handheld needle threaders. Those are great. And that will help get that through if you can't see what you're doing. Let me try this one more time. Cut at an angle, maybe a little lick and spit here. And almost. Now, as you start sewing, kind of start off slow, kind of get the feel of how this is going to be, because you aren't going to want to just go charging off. You're going to want to play with some of the stitches and test the stitch length, or the stitch width. Not all these stitches are going to be ideal, but as you take a few stitches, we'll just go ahead and sew. Right now I've got kind of a red and green in here. Kind of fun. You can kind of play around, do your own little version. All right, we know the machine is threaded up correctly. So we'll go ahead and show you how this is going to look. You can actually do free motion quilting with a double needle too. On the back, it will look like you have kind of a zigzag going on as your bobbin kind of does double duty back here. So now you can start to play just a little bit with some of the stitches. Again, we'll just start off simple. We'll go ahead and do a zigzag, but not too wide, because this machine stitches 5 millimeters wide. We definitely don't have room to be at the widest zigzag. So 5 minus 2.5, we're going to be in the 2.5 or less setting. So I'm going to go ahead and set this at a small setting, and I want to make sure that as I turn the hand wheel and zig that I do not, oh, I'm even kind of rubbing a little bit on that. I'm going to go a little bit smaller. We'll just go ahead and do a little baby zigzag here. You don't want to, what happens is the needles go off the edge of the foot, well, and then they break, so that's no fun at all. So you're probably going to stick with mostly your straight stitch. Of course, your triple straight stitch would work too, but look, you could have some neat looks just by doing 2 different colors of thread. You could do variegated thread, you could put metallic thread in there, but just test the swing of your needle before you go charging off, because your machine doesn't know you have that needle in. It's going to set it for the width that you, or that might be pre-programmed for that particular stitch. But have some fun. Again, this stitching is great for hemming, as you see it done on pre-made garments.